This is A Teen's Life of Meaning, my effort to follow the way that 7 teens work together and were able to help their community with issues we all face every day. I will take you from where I started to where I hope to end and what working with all of these groups has meant to me over these few weeks. I've always loved movies, but it was Kevin Smith's work that helped me realize I wanted to do these kinds of things. I wanted to write, I wanted to make movies. I can't really explain why it all just clicked one day, because I don't even know. But I do know that he did that for me, and he is the reason I got started in making videos. Michael Moore was a force I found after I was already a fan of Kevin Smith. I loved his work in documentaries and the way that he called people out. But my favorite part about him is how much some people hated him. I would love for people to be able to hate me so much because I'm so controversial. I think it would be great to have people constantly trying to shut me up. Another important person in this project was Kayla. She's the one that made me think I should really do this. She's the one that told me my videos are inspirational. That is one word I love to come to people's minds when they think of me, is an inspiration. So I decided that I should try to inspire my community. And I decided that the best way to do this would be with a documentary. The first major issue that I came up on was on the first day of the project. I had 2 days to collect video and put it together for my proposal. The first night my camera broke. It stopped being able to read my tape, then it finally decided to eat one of my tapes that I tried to play. I had to go out that night at 8 o'clock to buy a new camera. This was all really kicked off with 3 people that were helping to make a difference. They were all 3 members of important groups that were trying to help people or animals. I feel they really helped set the tone, but none of them were really original. So that became one thing I set out to show in my video, is that teens can help and be original. Devin and Megan were the first group I decided to follow because I liked Devin's idea since the first time he told me it. He wanted to work with kids. And I liked it even more when he and Megan told me that they were going to teach kids about the environment, because I knew they would find a way to make it fun, and I had yet to see environmental science be entertaining. We had some fun times working on this project, even from the first day. Megan led the way for us to go to the school, and we all got there nice and early with plenty of time to set up. And then we found out we were at the wrong school, so we had to rush over the next one and try to get ready in time for that class. They just went all out the first day, the whole song and dance, literally. They were the Spice Girls, and I found it extremely entertaining. The song was rewritten so that it was about the environment, and not only did they do that, but they also had a lesson for the kids to show water pollution and what happens to the water that we drink. After the first day, I wasn't sure what the kids thought about the entire thing. It seemed to start a little rough with the Spice Girls song only getting 1 clap, but it seemed to end well, at least for Megan, who had 2 different girls come up and talk to her. One gave Megan a picture that she colored, and the other told Megan that she was the greatest. By the last day, though, I was easily able to tell what all the kids thought of Devin and Megan. They had only seen them for a few days, and when the kids found out it was going to be their last day, a lot of them seemed to get really sad, and some of them even kept asking if they would come back on different occasions outside of this project. The next group was Justine and Sam. I liked their idea because it was with an older group of kids than Megan and Devin's, and it also dealt with another important issue, the lack of self-esteem with some girls. Another big part of why I picked them is because they came to me and said that they wanted to work with me on this. I really like the fact that they took the time to meet with these girls, and I wish I could have gone, but we all decided since it was a group of girls that didn't really have the best self-esteem, bringing a camera in there might not be the best thing to do since they would only have a short time to work with these girls, and there wasn't any way to tell if they'd be able to progress that much. The next group was the Project Stereotype group, which is the only group I worked with that conveniently had a group name that I can call them by. The reason I liked the ideas of this group so much was because of the fact that it wasn't age, class, or race specific. It could apply to anyone and was able to help everyone. I also liked the fact that their group was a lot less of meet at this time, at this place, and help these people kind of thing. They got out there in downtown Columbus and just put these flyers all over the place, and then just ran a website that anyone can be a part of and tell their story. It was a great original idea in my opinion. I also like the fact that I saw working with this group as more of a challenge than other two groups, because as I said, it wasn't following them to meetings or anything like that. It was working with a website, so I had to find a way to translate that website into content that I could use in a video. I really think this project had a great deal of meaning, and not just my project, or the 3 people that I followed, but the fact that 1, 2, or 3 teenagers can come together in groups like that, and prove that we're not just the lazy people that everybody thinks we are, and we're not as apathetic as everybody views us, but we can get out there, and we can make a difference. This project is not even close to being over for me. I have to follow the last 3 groups through all their presentations. I still have to get interviews from them. I have to edit those interviews. I have to cut this all together into a submission that I want to turn into the film festival at Wexner. Then I have to make a version that's only about 2 minutes long that Steve can show for recruitment. When this is all said and done, I would like to get this video out there. I would like it to be shown to people. I would like my school to show it in the classes that require community service. Because everything they list does help, but it's so inside the box. The service people remember is the kind that really helps, the kind that's outside the box. I really hope from now on, when the people that have seen my documentary think of teens, they don't see the lazy slobs on their couch, but these teens, the ones that care, the ones that can and have made a difference.